People, Joel Benjamin 528 here. I've been trying to give you this information for at least 3, maybe 4 days now. For some reason, every time I try to use the StreamYard to connect to the YouTube, it just was giving me problems. Even now, that's why the title is just a simple G. But I'm here and I didn't give up. Now, to get into the show for today, we're going to start off immediately with a bang. You all are not paying attention to what these billionaires are doing, what these politicians are doing. All you are doing is just listening to what they say. So since that helps you well, let me go over to this one right here. Starting off, you know what? Backtrack. Let's pause this because we're going to do this in real time. Listen to the New York City Mayor Eric Adams, what he's warning you all, especially if you all are living in New York City, the economic capital of the world, quote unquote. New York City headed for economic tsunami. Mayor Eric Adams warned November 22nd, 2022. People, this is something that you have to take seriously. This is something that is not to be taken lying down. There is a storm coming. And if you are not prepared for what is to come in the coming months with this storm, then you're either just stupid or you are stupid.
Mayor says an economic tsunami is coming our way, so get ready.
For starters, he has ordered a partial hiring freeze with a multi-billion-dollar deficit expected next year. CBS 2's Alice Gaynor here now with what he's planning. Alice?
Christine and Maurice, well, this builds on what he already asked of these agencies back in September. He cites the local and national economies, financial markets, rising healthcare costs, high energy prices, and inflation as the reasoning. In a letter to commissioners of city agencies, the mayor's budget director said 50% of open city government jobs will not be filled. That's about 4,700.
We're going to do everything we can to find those efficiencies, to find the best cost saving as possible, and then we're going to move to Plan B and Plan C.
But this doesn't apply to uniformed members of the FDNY, NYPD, or teachers, or positions that generate revenue. Though when it comes to cuts, he claims,
no one is escaping. We're going to do it in a levels that is not going to hurt the delivery of services and the safety of the city.
Back in September, city agencies were told to cut their budgets by 3% this fiscal year and nearly 5% the next. New York City Comptroller Brad Lander was critical of the so-called program to eliminate the gap and responded to this new letter saying the directive, quote, furthers our concerns about recruiting and retaining the staff needed to implement critical programs from traffic safety improvements to processing housing applications. The mayor shot back.
I just think that he needs to focus on his office and delivering services. We need to be prepared for the economic tsunami that is coming towards our city.
Whether it is a tsunami sort of remains to be seen. We'll be putting out an economic forecast in the coming weeks.
Elizabeth Brown is with nonpartisan budget group, the New York City Independent Budget Office. She says the number of city employees has been declining since the pandemic.
And these positions are currently...
That's it. No need to overkill it. No need to overkill it at all. I just had to stress the point that you are not seeing. I don't care if you live in Ohio. I don't care if you live in New Jersey. I don't care if you live in Florida. I don't care if you live in Washington, D.C. If New York is affected by this, you all need to take heed no matter what state you live in or what country you live in. Now, let's get into this man right here. Because as you know, I've been banging hard on Jeff Bezos. No pause. Okay? Look what this dude says. Jeff Bezos, this is Yahoo News, okay? This was the main one I've been trying to give y'all that set it off for me to do the live stream since November 20th, 2022. This came out. Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, and Ken Griffin are sounding the alarm on a U.S. recession. Here are 12 dire economic warnings from elite commentators. Keyword, they're letting you know this is what the elites are saying. The elites are now scared, people. I told you how Jeff Bezos was banging on President Biden. Let's see what these billionaires have to say. Jeff Bezos, a matter of fact, let me make it bigger for you so you can see. Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, and Charlie Munger, pay attention to this man right here, Charlie Munger, have flagged the risk of a U.S. recession. These are the billionaires snitching, people. They're snitching. Call Icahn, probably Icahn, whatever, jacked up that name. Jamie Dimon, pay attention to this name as well. Part of JP Morgan Chase. And Ken Griffin are also bracing for a painful economic downturn. I'm going to repeat. They are bracing for a painful economic downturn. Here are 12 recession warnings from top executives, investors, and academics. Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, and Ken Griffin have sounded the alarm. Note, this is keyword for they're snitching, people, about their sounding the alarm. They want everybody to know because they realize it affects them too. Alright? On a looming U.S. recession, joining a chorus of CEOs, investors, and academics predicting a prolonged economic downturn. So we're going to go in this article and they show each one. This is what Jeff Bezos has to say. The economy does not look great right now. Things are slowing down. You're seeing layoffs in many sectors. The probability says if we're not in a recession right now, we're likely to be in one very soon. Take as much risk off the table as you can. I'm going to read that one again. Take as much risk off the table as you can. For those who are stuck on the time. Let me tell you, translation. Cut down on your cigarettes. Cut down on your alcohol. Cut down on your partying. Don't take that vacation, especially the family vacation. Okay? Spending all that money. It's time to save your money and get it together. Because when this whole deck of cards come falling down, you would want to have a little spending change to invest in the right way. This is not financial advice. I'm just telling you how to read between the lines. He also says, hope for the best, but prepare for the worst. The probability in this economy tell you to batten down the hatches. Wow. Elon Musk, CEO of Tesla, SpaceX, and Twitter. There's going to be probably a year or two of serious recession. Now, people, have I not been telling you this for the longest? After this it's going to be about a year or two, and stuff is going to get worse. I've warned you. Frankly, the economic picture ahead is dire, especially for a company like ours that is so dependent on advertising in a challenging economic climate. Okay? Ken Griffin, CEO of Citadel. For the Fed to truly conquer inflation here, we're going to put unemployment somewhere in the mid-negative 4% range. I find it hard to believe we're not going to have a recession at the point in time, sometime in the mid to back half of 2023. Now, I do live streams like this to warn you, so when y'all feel it, y'all know. Charlie Munger, let's get into this bastard. He's Warren Buffett business partner, as you know, and he's vice president of Berkshire Hathaway. I think the Fed is willing to have a little recession in order not to have out of control inflation. That's what they're supposed to do. Listen to this part right here. So we're supposed to be effed up and suffer because that's what they're supposed to do. You see how these people think and how they move? That's why they stay ahead of the game. They're supposed to be the one guy at the party that doesn't hang around the punch bowl getting drunk. Oh, I know that went over y'all heads. I know this line went over y'all heads right here. Okay? There's somebody that got to be there to be smart and see what's going on. And guess what? He's saying that's not your ass. Now, to sum it up, because I could keep going on with all these CEOs, these business owners, and all these professionals, but let me wrap it up with Jamie Dimon, CEO of JP Morgan. Those are the ones that own Chase Bank. There's a possibility of a mild recession. Consumers are in very good shape. Companies are in very good shape, he's capping. And there's a possibility of something worse. Really? What is that? Mostly because of the war in Ukraine and oil price and all things like that. You see? I'm going to read this part again. Mostly because of the war in Ukraine and oil price and all things like that. So they know what's going on. The bankers know. So this goes back to what Jeff Bezos, the live stream I made, where he was complaining how the oil prices and everything. And I let y'all know to contact Crypto Pro Life at gmail.com and find out the stocks to invest in and the stocks that he's dealing with in time. Those who listen. Contact Crypto Pro Life at gmail.com. Tell them Joel Benjamin 528 sent you, and make sure you get that course that they have. These billionaires and everybody are warning you. When they are scared, that's the time you need to take heed. Let's continue. Hold on to your money, Jeff Bezos said. This is November 2022. This is November 22nd, 2022. Hold on to your money, Jeff Bezos just issued a financial warning. Says you might want to rethink buying a new automobile, refrigerator, or whatever. 3 better recession-proof buys. Now, all of y'all that ran out like some, I will be nice. I will be nice. Nah, to hell with it. It's hard for me to be nice. They ran out like some coons to run get those Black Friday sales, and you're not paying attention. Now, don't get me wrong. If you need a new TV and you ain't got a TV, then yeah, you need a TV or something like that. But you're just buying to buy. You're wasting your time. Okay? Utilities. This is all from Jeff Bezos. Amazon founder and executive chairman Jeff Bezos is sounding the alarm. In an interview with CNN, Bezos says that the economy does not look good right now. Things are slowing down. You're seeing layoffs in many sectors of the economy, and that means you might want to tighten up your budget. If you're an individual considering purchasing a big screen TV, you must want to wait. Hold on to your money and see what transpires. The billionaire recommends. The same is true with a new automobile, refrigerator, or whatever else. Just remove some risk from the equation. That's not a good sign for investors. But not all businesses are created equal. Some, like the 3 listed below, might be able to perform well even if the economy falls into recession. So let's see what that is. Don't miss. You could be the landlord of Walmart, Whole Foods, and Kroger, and collect fat grocery store anchored income on a quarterly basis. Why? Because you're not gonna have no choice to buy food. You gotta eat. Next, rich young Americans have lost confidence in the stock market and are betting on their assets instead. Get in now for strong long-term tailwinds. Mitt Romney says a billionaire tax will trigger demand for these 2 assets. Getting in now before the super rich swarm. So then they go into utility. You see more of the story. They tell you healthcare, real estate. Basically, the 2 things that you're going to need. And the 3rd thing they mentioned was food. Now we got that out the way. I just had to show you. Sometimes y'all need the overkill. Now, why aren't you in jail already? Internet erupt after Sam Bankman-Fried confirms participating in New York deal book. Come on, people. Come on, people. You don't know why this man is not in jail yet? That was Twitter user WSB chairman responding to a late Wednesday tweet by disgraced FTX founder Sam Bankman-Fried, who confirmed that he will participate in the New York Times Deal Book Summit in November. Really? Where he will be interviewed by journalist Andrew Ross Sorkin. Scam man, I lost everything because of you. Another Twitter user, Icahn 46464660 replied, SBF. Okay, so this is the tweet here. So why is this man not in jail yet? And how does he still get to speak for, the deal book, New York Times? I just had to add that in there because now let's take a look at this. for all those, and I might just do another video on just this alone. Tron CEO Justin Sun and Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse race to buy FTX. For some reason, they're not making this big news. For some reason, they're not making this big news. Do you understand if Tron, which you should have been got Tron because the breakdown was done given to you a long time ago, all right, with Crypto Pro Life when they were Spirit Tools 1. They're cryptoprolife@gmail.com now. Ben gave you the information and told you what you needed to get. And people, if you're coming in, please say hello. Please, chat. It helps the algorithm. Let people know that they need to send the video out. Come on, don't make me beg y'all for that. I'm not asking for a super chat or nothing. I'm bringing you this information. No one else is touching it and bringing it the way I'm bringing it. Like, come on. Leave a comment. Hit the like button. Tron CEO and Ripple CEO. Now, a lot of people don't know that the Tron CEO, Justin Sun, came over from Ripple. So, y'all need to study this. If Ripple, let's just deal with Ripple buying, because Tron, they got Clever, which got the Clever exchange. They already got that on lock. But if Ripple, CEO Brad Garlinghouse, buys FTX assets, do you know that means that Ripple will have their own cryptocurrency exchange? Do you know the big game changer that is? Do you? I don't think y'all know. So I'm here to let you know and give you the breakdown. And you see in this article, they mainly talking about so much about Justin Sun looking to buy FTX. Now, if he buys FTX, that will be a problem. Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse previously expressed interest in buying the exchange's assets. This is a huge deal. A huge deal. So that's it, people. Like I said, I might just do a live stream on that alone. Y'all need to pay attention to what's going on. Make sure y'all contact Crypto Pro Life at gmail.com. Tell them Joel Benjamin 528 sent you. And I'm going to close out by playing the rest of this video. Be warned, people. You either get down or lay down. There's economic trouble on the way. It's already here. I've been telling you it's already here. Now they're sounding the alarm. If they're sounding the alarm, it's already too late.
Vacant, but we have heard from from certain agencies, for example, the housing department, that has had a high vacancy rate, and that is impacting some of the services they can provide. So it really, as I said, remains to be seen on which agencies are impacted.
Back in October, as New York City declared a state of emergency over its intake of asylum seekers, the mayor warned the city would run out of money for other priorities if it didn't receive funding from the state or federal government. So where is the money he requested?
We're still in conversations.
Well, agencies are also being told City Hall won't be allocating funding for new initiatives or programs. They'll have to be self-funded. The administration is also about to renegotiate labor contracts. Maurice and
Joel Benjamin 528, aka Big Money Benjamin. If you don't take heed to these warnings, you're either just stupid or you're stupid. Take your pick.